How much do you need to make to afford a $1 million home in Vancouver in today's market? That is the real question. Not how much you need saved, not what the mortgage payment is at today's rate. The real question is how much household income you need under Canada's lending rules to actually qualify and carry that level of debt responsibly. In this video, I'm going to walk you through this carefully using two real scenarios. First, the true minimum down payment structure. Second, the 20% down structure. We will apply a 5-year fixed rate at 4%, and we will apply the federal stress test at 6%, and we'll include strata fees, property taxes, and heating so that this reflects real Vancouver ownership, not a simplified online calculator. So let's start with the minimum down structure. On a $1 million purchase in Canada, the minimum down payment is not 5% flat. It's tiered. You must put 5% down on the first $500,000 and then 10% down on the remaining $500,000. 5% of $500,000 is $25,000, and then 10% of the next $500,000 is $50,000. So that means your total minimum down payment is $75,000. If you are buying at $1 million and putting down $75,000, you are borrowing $925,000 before insurance. Because that down payment is under 20%, you are required to carry mortgage default insurance through CMHC. At this loan to value ratio, the insurance premium is approximately 3.10%. When we calculate 3.10% of $925,000, the premium equals roughly $28,675. That amount gets added to your mortgage balance. So your total mortgage becomes approximately $953,675. Now let's talk about the rate and the stress test, because this is where most people misunderstand qualification. We're assuming a 5-year fixed rate at 4%. However, you do not qualify at 4%. Under federal mortgage rules, lenders must qualify you at the greater of your contract rate plus 2% or the benchmark rate. In our example, 4% plus 2% obviously equals 6%, and this is the stress test. The reason it exists is to protect borrowers and the financial system from over-leveraging during periods of low interest rates. And this ensures that if rates rise, which we've seen over the last couple of years, you've already proven you can handle a higher payment. So even though you may sign at 4%, the bank qualifies you at 6%. Now let's run the numbers at 4% over 30 years. Your actual mortgage payment on $953,000 is roughly $4,550 per month. But again, qualification is calculated at 6%. At 6% over 30 years, your qualifying mortgage payment becomes approximately $5,715 per annum. Now we add realistic Vancouver carrying costs as well. Let's assume a $600 monthly strata fee, which is common in the $1 million condo tier. Then we add estimated property taxes of roughly $2,700 per year, which works out to be about $225 per month. We also include a $100 heating allowance, which lenders typically use. So your total monthly housing cost for qualification becomes $5,715 for the stress tested mortgage, plus $600 strata fees, plus $225 of property tax, and then the heating as well. That equals approximately $6,640 per month. Now we apply the gross debt service limit, which is capped at 39% of your gross household income. If $640 represents 39% of your income, you require gross monthly income must be approximately $17,000. Multiply that by 12 months and your required household income roughly becomes $204,000 per year. That is the income required to qualify for a $1 million mortgage condo with minimum down and no other debt. Now let's compare that to the 20% down scenario. At $1 million, 20% down equals $200,000. That reduces your mortgage to $800,000 and eliminates the need for CMHC insurance entirely. At 4% over 30 years, your actual mortgage payment is roughly $3,820 per month. Now we add the same $600 strata fee, the same $225 in property taxes, and the same $100 heating allowance, and your total monthly housing cost for qualification becomes approximately $5,720. Divide that by the 39% GDS cap and your required gross monthly income becomes roughly $14,667. Multiply that by 12 months and your required household household income becomes approximately $176,000 per year. So here's a clear comparison. Minimum down, $75,000 down, $953,000 mortgage, approximately $204,000 household income required. Under the second scenario with 20% down, $200,000 down, $800,000 mortgage, and approximately $176,000 household income required. The difference is nearly $30,000 per year in income. And the reason is simple. With minimum down, you are borrowing more money. You are adding more mortgage, insurance, and the stress test magnifies that larger loan. Now let's talk about real cash flow. If your household earns $200,000 per year, your gross monthly income is about $16,600. Under the minimum down structure, your housing cost of $6,640 consumes roughly 40% of your gross income before taxes. After income tax, your net monthly household income may land somewhere around $12,000 to $13,000 depending on your bracket. Subtract your housing costs and you may have roughly $5,000 to $6,000 left for transportation, groceries, childcare, travel, insurance, and savings. Under the 20% down structure, your housing cost is lower, your leverage is lower, and your financial breathing room improves meaningful over time. Not to mention all the interest that you're going to save over the course of that mortgage. So when someone asks how much they need to make to afford a $1 million home in Vancouver, the honest answer under today's rules is this. If you're putting minimum down on a typical strata property, you likely need to earn north of $200,000 per year as a household. If you are putting 20% down, that number drops closer to the mid $170,000 range. And that assumes clear credit and no other debt obligations. In the next video, we're going to look at what $1 million actually buys you in Vancouver so that you can decide whether the leverage aligns with the lifestyle you are stepping into, because qualification is mechanical, sustainability is strategic.